Hey guys, I don't know if you knew it or not, but we actually do sell t-shirts here for the YouTube channel. Now, I know you guys may like being nude, but here in the real world, we like wearing clothes. And what better way can you do that? By buying one of our t-shirts. So go to teespring.com and pick any of the shirts that you see us wear on the show, and you can be like us, not nude. Hi guys, welcome to the Rule of Two, where the Star Wars news saga continues. I'm Terrence.
I'm Art.
And we're finally back with some more quasi Star Wars news, because obviously with the pandemic going on, there's not a lot of news, but they will kind of drop a little bit of things to kind of let us know where they're headed to in the Star Wars universe. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about a rumor today. But glad to have you back here, Art.
Glad to be back, Terrence.
I've had so many Rule of Twos that I had to do by myself, because we obviously know who is the... Sorry.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, I did. It was like all in my head. All right, so we obviously know who the Star Wars fans are within the group of the Goods. So to have you back is a welcome thing. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, and this is probably a given, but it had to be stated because it was something that was just recently announced by Star Wars, or by Disney, or by Lucasfilm. I guess Lucasfilm currently. Yeah, okay. Lucasfilm currently runs them. Is that Star Wars...
a subsidiary of
Disney. All right. So Star Wars Celebration has officially been canceled. Now, we all know that because...
Was it Life Day or...
It wasn't Life Day. We don't talk about Life Day, sir. Star Wars Celebration has officially been canceled. We all kind of expected that to happen because there hasn't been large gatherings of people, like no live events, no music, none of that stuff. San Diego Comic-Con got closed. Everything's on a grand scale of this has been closed. So to hear that this has actually been closed, not a big thing that's going on. It has been stated that it is now being moved to D23, which has also been canceled.
I was about to say,
but
of 2021?
Of 2021. So everything that was going to be announced in Star Wars Celebration and D23 has actually been moved to next year. All right. Any thoughts on that? Anything outside of the fact that it's like a duh?
Well, it's a duh. Obviously, everything's getting canceled, but it's a bummer.
It is a bummer. There's a lot of things that kind of come out. There's a lot of people that kind of get to have with the panels for Star Wars. It's a sad thing.
You know what? I would pay if they did a almost like not a pay-per-view, like a closed event where you have to pay to get a subscription.
Okay.
So they can do an online.
Don't give them any ideas.
Well, I'm just saying it would be a good idea. I thought it would be a cool idea. It's still something, because obviously we have nothing better to do except scour the interwebs right now.
Right. Searching for news.
Yeah. Most of y'all, or some of y'all, may have stumbled onto this channel.
Yeah, they're like,
nothing else better to do.
They're like, somebody's gonna have some Star Wars news.
What is this good stuff,
man?
Right. So yeah, I mean, I would pay if they did, $10-15 if you want to do a virtual, or just sign on and you can see a live broadcast or special feature, something. You know how they do it for pay-per-view.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. So, but I would like kind of like what Sony and Xbox to a certain degree did, where they did like a video presentation of what they were going to talk about in an actual event. So Sony, outside of doing the San Diego and the G3 and the San Diego Comic-Con, since they don't get to do that, they actually did their own presentation online. They made it available to IGN, Game Trailers, and all the other gaming network channels. Just put it out there so that way we can still experience that stuff at home. I would love it if they did something like that for this, since we can't, not that I was going to make the trip, but I would love it if they did something like this, so that way they can kind of keep us in the midst of all of the stores, everything that's upcoming. But not risk our health.
Safety?
Yeah, by having us make that trip to go out there and be around a bunch of people who are probably infected. So, do you agree?
I agree.
All right. So, one of the things and this is where our rumor comes from. One of the things that's actually rumored to have been announced at said event was the simple fact that we were going to maybe see, I gotta say rumor, maybe see a Clone Wars live action TV show and a Rebels live action TV show.
That would be a live action would be so awesome to see.
All right, so do you feel like it is pretty redundant since they just, one, Rebels is run for, I mean, Rebels is fairly new at this point because it's just now ending, and then Clone Wars got an extra season to give it an actual ending. Do you think it's redundant for them to continue on these series or maybe redo the stories they've told in these shows in live action form?
So, I'm a fanboy. I'm not, there's no denying. Everyone knows I am a Star Wars fanboy.
He is number one fanboy.
So, watching the animated shows is not out of the ordinary for me.
Okay.
But I think doing live action would bring in bring in a larger group of audience.
Okay.
For example, my father loves Star Wars films. If they're, or so long as it's not an animated.
As long as a lot of people don't like animation.
Yeah,
Okay, I get you.
He's an older man, right? But he loved The Mandalorian, right?
As the kids say, the old heads.
The old heads. So, I think doing a live action, I wouldn't say it would be redundant because they're bringing in a larger audience.
Okay.
The Mandalorian obviously could have been done as an
It could have been done as animation, and I'm glad that they did it as live action.
But that goes to serve. I mean, see how many. My wife would have never, ever have watched The Mandalorian if it was animated.
But she loved Death and Robots.
Yeah. No, she didn't like it.
She didn't. I thought y'all watched it all together. You made her watch it.
I made her watch it.
Okay.
She was on her phone the majority of the time, but no. So you know what I'm saying? That brings in. There's a lot of Baby Yoda meme pages out there, right?
Right.
And all this stuff because of. A lot of these people wouldn't have had that exposure had it been animated.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with going it.
All right.
Going that
So, I do question what will the
It would take a long time to produce that.
I mean, what they're saying is that the rumor says that they would be announcing something for end of 2021.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be something for that type of schedule to happen. It's like it would have had to be announced and really go into production right away.
And there's no, I mean, all filming is postponed right now.
Right, so they can't really film right now unless you're on like Tyler Perry's lot. He's the only one that, because he has it quarantined off from people. Like literally, you can go like film movies and TV shows on, because he bought like a bunch of different blocks for all of his movies, and then he actually has like hotels on his actual sets to keep people there on set, so that way they're not like risking like infections. It is. So a lot of people have actually used this set. I don't know why I'm talking about Tyler Perry right now, but the whole simple fact is that that is the limit. That is because I cross-dress. So that is the limit. That is the limit of a lot of filming right now, are people who own movie sets right now.
And but the thing is, flying in actors, it's just so much. Disney, their productions are so big.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just the sets, everything. And I know a lot of it's based on a green screen.
Have you seen like The Mandalorian, like the behind the scenes to show you like it's like with their like that whole new technology with like projecting stuff on there? I can't see them using like another movie set to do that something like that. So.
And so I get it, and so many things are going to be delayed and postponed. I see all these movies and shows that are they're going to be released, but not until they're going to be released in April, then in May, then now it's in September and October and November, and I know those are probably going to get delayed too, or they're going to be released in direct to video.
So I would like to see the direct-to-video thing happen. I don't think everything needs to have a lot of fanfare and be like nothing ever. I don't think everything needs to come out the theater.
Disney has their base is so strong. They have that. Plus, they have the Disney Plus.
I mean, they're already making us pay for it right now, so just give us a bunch of content on there, and it's like, it really doesn't matter. Hey, put New Mutants on there, please, do that.
I mean, I'm actually debating on canceling my Disney Plus.
Ooh!
Because all the content's been delayed, so...
The Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to make it out sooner or later.
I can always sign up again, and maybe I'll get another 30 days free or trial.
You might change your email address. You don't want to see the Lady and the Tramp?
Go on, sir.
All right, so if you see, look, Lady and Tramp's already out. It's horrible. But anyway, so
with that idea to have a spaghetti bowl and us reenact the scene, but I told him no.
I mean, he's still thinking about it. Anyway, so with that being said, about these two series, Clone Wars and Rebels, we just had recent castings with Ahsoka and Captain Rex. a lot of the rumors that came behind those castings is that they would be getting their own shows. Or not Captain Rex, but at least with Ahsoka. Ahsoka would be getting her own show.
I can see her getting the show.
But the simple fact that they would bring, I can't think of his name right now, will bring that actor back for Captain Rex, you would figure that they want to do something more, like, to continue something with him. All right, so a lot of the rumors is saying that those castings were because of these shows. Would you like to see a live-action show that is led by them going forward in a live-action show?
Yeah.
Whether it's directly tied to what had already pre-existed in these shows, would you like to see them going forward in these type of shows?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a fan that would say no.
Okay. All right. I would say yes, because I would be hard pressed to say no. So, thinking about Ahsoka, there have been a little bit of details, and like I said, this is more rumor than fact right now, when they were talking about what we were going to see for Ahsoka in The Mandalorian Season 2. They're saying that we're going to get lightsaber battles with Ahsoka. They're saying that we're going to get her first introduction on screen. It's going to be more of like a hooded, under a robe.
I can see her entrance into live action being something much more dramatic and a little bit of flair, where it's not a casual, like they pan up and it's her.
It's more like,
it's more
oh
like,
my God, who's that over there in the robes?
Her robe comes off
with the lightsaber sticking out from the bottom.
You can't tell, but the lightsaber all of a sudden gets lit up and it's like,
with the two tails hanging off the back of her head.
Well, she has a cloak on her. So.
Oh, that's right, with the hood. The hoodie hides everything.
Yes.
Except from the cops.
Well, I mean, if you were in Assassin's Creed, all you do is sit down.
See, white people still rule. Anyway, so it also states that like her appearance in The Mandalorian is really a test to see how people would accept her in her own role.
A lot of people don't know who she is.
Yeah, so that's the whole that's the thing. So we have the fact that it's a character that's really only known from the animation series, and then a actress who I want to say is A-list, but I would probably say more B-list, Rosario Dawson.
Oh,
yeah.
She's Ahsoka Tano?
Yeah, she's Ahsoka.
I thought they were bringing her in for a different character.
No, she had been like campaigning for this. Like people had started Whoa, were you not here when we talked about it? No, Manny was here for that.
I wasn't here.
Sorry, Manny was here for that.
I can't see
That's
her
my
doing,
outreach.
I can't see her doing...
Have you not seen the fan art?
No.
It's some really good fan art. It's like, I can see
fan
her
art
as
is one thing, but live action fighting and the skill, I can't see her unless she's going to go through extensive training to...
Could you see the guy from Game of Thrones, the Sand Snake, being the Mandalorian?
The Sand Snake?
Yeah. Did you watch Game of
Yes.
Thrones? All right. So the Martell dude, he's the Mandalorian.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
could you see that right off the?
Yes, because he's done other action movies.
I don't know any other action movies that he's in.
Hello, The Kingsman?
He was in The Kingsman?
Yeah, on the sequel when they
Oh yeah, he was. That's right. I forgot about that. It was a forgettable
what's
role.
his name? Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Yes. And he was also in Narcos.
Didn't watch Narcos.
Okay. See, you don't say you've never. Obviously, you don't watch it.
I'm sorry, but
This is why it's
Rosario
hard to
Dawson
do this
was in
show.
a lot of Marvel TV shows.
Yeah, and she didn't do any action.
She was also in Clerks.
Name
she
an
was-
action film that she's done.
Sin City 2.
Action scene.
She had a sword.
Once
Maybe.
again.
I think she had a gun.
No.
It was an action scene. It was a thing she did.
Yeah, she did nothing.
I'm sure she did. With
Yeah,
Clive
that's
Owen.
why you can
No, it
tell
was
me
in
these
Sin
are-
City 1. It was in Sin City 1 because it was Clive Owen was in that one. It was in Sin City 1. It was Clive Owen.
And she didn't do any action.
Or maybe it was Sin City 2.
She didn't do any action.
It was an
Either
action
way.
scene. The whole movie's an act. Anyway, so
yes, but she didn't do any action.
the fans want Rosario Dawson. So,
No.
okay, so you need, because I don't, but you need Mandalorian Season 2 to sell you on her being Ahsoka, is what you're saying. Okay.
Yes. Poor casting choice, in my opinion, so far. So far.
Whoa.
Until.
I hear the internet going crazy right now. Please put all your hate comments care of Art.
You can also find me on Twitter, as the indecent gent.
Oh yeah, the Twitter. Yeah, the Twitter he doesn't check.
I don't know. You can find me on Instagram as RD1 Kenobi.
There you go. Hit him on that one. He actually checks that one.
I do. I don't really go through Instagram and
Okay.
things, but I'll check my messages on Instagram.
All right. Okay. So moving on to Captain Rex. All right. So could you see him being a major character and say like we were to continue? Because I think Ahsoka, even though she's in both series, I think they would do more Ahsoka with the Rebels than they would do with Clone Wars. So Captain Rex probably have more of a bigger role in as far as a Clone Wars thing.
So Captain Rex is an interesting character because he doesn't necessarily have to do a lot of action.
No,
per se.
Just has to be old and then put a helmet on.
And then and you're directing.
Send a stuntman up to do that.
You're directing certain people to do certain things. So what you're asking of someone physically to do an action scene would be different. Because his character is something different too,
Right.
He's not a Jedi Guardian.
Right.
That would be
Okay.
doing certain things.
So I mean, he's got a blaster, he's got a helmet on, and stuff like that. You get a stuntman to go ahead and do that. So I'm actually kind of curious because Captain Rex went through a whole thing from all the different clones that had held some type of rank. He can play them all, obviously. Right, and then where he
could play a lot of characters.
Yeah, he could, right? And then like before he moves up to Commander Rex, so they could show that lineage. I mean, because there's some gaps in Clone Wars that kind of show it like where he moved it on up, but
but it's another character that it's really kind of like the Mandalorian. We had all these speculations and the way they played it out and panned it out.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing with Captain Rex. That particular character can easily be dropped in any scenario, and
definitely.
you don't have to have a lot of back history.
And when they do that Boba Fett movie, TV show, whatever they're gonna do, so I mean, he can always transition over to that too.
Yeah, I'm not even holding my breath anymore.
I know. I mean, it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
It's gonna happen. Maybe when I'm 50 or 60.
Maybe. All right. So that's all I got as far as rumors. There wasn't a lot of Star Wars news.
Spreading them rumors around.
But we love rumors here.
Stop spreading the lie.
We love rumors here. So it gives us something to talk about. It gives something to kind of think about going forward in the future.
Put out there.
Exactly, right? So, all right, take us home.
Hey guys, tell us. Maybe there's some rumors that we haven't heard of. Maybe there's some juicy gossip out there on the interwebs that we are not familiar with. Because I usually just visit the same two sites and they both start with an X.
I'm going to speculate, but I'm not.
X-Wing?
Oh, that's not what I thought. Because he's a real Star Wars.
See? Naughty minds. Go ahead, tell us what you think. Maybe you agree with me, and Rosario Dawson is not the best one.
Nobody agrees.
Fan art.
Nobody agrees.
I can also make a justification for fan art for what's his name?
Over from the couch. Nobody agrees with you.
What's his name? Playing Superman. What was his name?
Who? Which Superman? Christopher Reeve?
No.
Brandon Routh?
No, not he.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
I mean, that was a real thing. You could actually see screen photoshots of that.
There's a reason why it didn't come into fruition.
Because he had a fucking big ass receding hairline. Yeah. Like my Superman doesn't have a receding hairline.
There's so many reasons why we're thankful why Nicolas Cage did not. Nicolas Cage Superman never came out.
Justice League Mortal. God bless. I'm glad it didn't come out.
And so also I feel strongly. And I'm a person that gives leeway. Like when everybody was on the Ben Affleck, not my Batman,
No, who was on that fucking train? It was. Sorry. Who was on that train?
Everybody was like,
nah.
Ben Affleck as Batman, bullshit.
Nope. The Robin Pattinson one is the one that's probably
I always give benefit of the doubt.
I'm okay with it. I'm ready to see it, even though he says he's not going to work out.
I'm excited to see, all these other characters that don't.
By the way, all this Batman talk, #1 Star Wars show on YouTube. By the way,
we're just fanboys of all things. Okay. So anyway. Tell us some rumors, juicy rumors. Maybe there's something you missed. Maybe they're argue that Rosario Dawson would be an amazing Ahsoka Tano.
Because she would.
Anyway, Terrence?
All right, so like you said, put your comments below. Make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button to be aware of all the other videos that we do on the channel. If you are a fan of the actual channel, we do have T-shirts. This is one of the T-shirts, even though it's a little bit faded.
We actually sell these in adult sizes as well. So
I'm ripped. Don't be saying that. I'm ripped. So make sure you go to teespring.com and you can see all of the different T-shirts that we have to offer. Please buy one. It only helps the channel get bigger. All right. So for Manny, who didn't make it with us tonight, and Aspen, who's never here, I'm Terrence.
I'm Art.
And may the force be with you.
And also with you.
Always. Wait, guys, are you still here? I'm glad you're still here. All right, so if you look down, I mean, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch this show and you really like what we want to do and you want to help support the show and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes. So please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's T-shirts, there's
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out.